this quite possibly could be the happiest day on the planet. If you notice, my outfit is exactly the same, and we are going into our third episode today, and we're doing another episode of You Have to Meet My Friends, because one of my friends that I called me back, and I want to catch him because he's like the Loch Ness monster. He's like Bigfoot. He's actually Bigfoot because I can never catch him. But this episode of You Have to Meet My Friends, it's where I go where I call my friends randomly, and they pick up, and they have no idea that they're going to be on the podcast, and bang, they're live with you. We just had an episode which was with Uncle Sam. You have to go check it out. Number 443. It was unbelievable. I mean, the roller coaster of emotions. It was awesome. We've also got the Vibe Room coming, which is a live version of the podcast. It's July 23rd in Salt Lake City. If you don't have the book that's right up behind me called The Vibe, make sure you get it. You can get it on Amazon. We'll have the link in the bio. Do that. But let's get this party started.
Evening, we's achieving, cause we believing it's for certain. We put the work in, we ain't stopped just because it's hurting right before your eyes. So it's coming to no surprise, the takeover is televised over and over and over again. Make no mistake, we continue to win. Defeat never known, cause I will not lose. They wanna mimic my moves, but can't walk in my shoes.
Welcome back to The Vibe with Kelly Cardenas. I'm your host, and these episodes right here are called You Have to Meet My Friends, where I call my friends randomly from my phone. I pick up my phone, I just call my friends randomly, and we hope they pick up. So we are going to go to this right now, because this is like the Loch Ness Monster. If we land this is going to be one of the, this is something that I've been waiting for a long period of time, and he better answer his phone. He's going to try and tell me.
What?
Are you done?
Am I what?
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Like 45 minutes ago.
Are you sure it didn't take that long?
No.
No?
Not even.
Are you sure? Do you have a bidet?
No.
No?
No.
Do you just use the hose?
Too complicated for me.
Hey, when are you gonna grace me with your presence on the podcast?
Oh, whenever you're ready.
What if you were live right now?
Oh, well, then I guess you're great.
For those of you listening, this is my buddy, Dale Shell. This is the guy that I've been telling you about on all the episodes. I've called you, Dale, on every episode of You Have to Meet My Friends. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you always call it the worst times.
What's the worst? This morning was not a worst time. It wasn't a bad time.
I'm not going to call you when I'm in the restroom. I'm not going to answer. It's weird.
What do you got planned for today, man?
I have a golf tournament at noon with Coach Haskins that he runs every year.
Okay. Are you gonna smoke him?
Well, no, it's a lot of guys. There's A, B, and C, D players, and what the A player does is pick his team. So
okay.
Pick their team, I should say, and then just go down the list. It's a scramble. Coach does it every year.
Are you an A player?
No. I'm a B or C player.
What is your handicap?
Right now, it's 11.
That's good.
But I don't play it as much as I used to.
How far can you drive the ball?
Over 300 yards.
You're a gangster, man. For those of you listening, I've been reaching out. I referred to you, Dale, as the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot. Now, I think Bigfoot is an accurate depiction of you, like actual literal one of you. But for those of you listening who don't know Dale, this is one of my best friends from the time I was in, I believe, 8th grade is when we met. And this guy is probably one of the most gifted human beings that I've ever met in my entire life. One of the greatest examples, actually the greatest in our whole entire friend group. He's the greatest example of a father, of a husband, and as of a friend out of all of us. He makes us all look bad because he's such a good dude. Although he doesn't answer his phone when his friend calls him, is what I would say the only downfall that you would have. He's a handsome guy. And he's an incredible, incredible human being. So welcome to the show, Mr. Dale Shale.
Thank you, sir. And you can say that about yourself as well.
Well, handsome?
Well, yeah.
Hey, people have asked me about this. I was talking about it the other day, and a person asked me if I had drank before, and I said, well, I haven't. And I said, because I had really big friends like yourself. Why would you protect me from it? Like, it generally is the other way. It's like the peer pressure the other way, but you always did the opposite.
No, it's respectful, man. I mean, that's something you stood your ground on, and it would not be responsible for any of us to pressure you into that. You know, that's something that you stuck to your guns, and I actually, I commend you for it. I mean, there's many mornings that I've woke up saying, dang, I should be like
Kelly. Oh, man.
And you've seen them.
Oh, I've been through them, man. I've been through them.
Your house in Vegas when I fell asleep under the pool table and you guys all went to the casino. Even my wife went with you guys. I was there by myself.
Oh, we had a good time though, man.
Oh man, that was a great time. The old house in Vegas.
Oh man, the old house in Vegas was classic.
You know what story I tell all the time?
What's that?
I tell, because I always tell people to go to your podcast and watch and stuff. And then I said, yeah, you owned a bunch of hair salons back in the day. We were his test subjects in high school. He cut my hair one time, messed it up, shaved my head. So he felt bad that he had to shave my head. So he shaved his head. And then his girlfriend dumped him the next day.
I remember walking out of the locker room, and we had shaved, and I didn't remember that I shaved your head because I messed up. So
you did. It was right before the Rigetti basketball game. We were fixing to get on the bus, man.
Oh my gosh. And so I shaved yours, and I remember walking out though. Like walking out of the locker room, the two of us together, and I was like, oh, we're brothers. And then seeing my girlfriend, and I could see her face, and then literally she straight broke up with me because I shaved my head.
Yeah, we were, it was still school, but we were going to get on the bus later in the day. Oh, man. Yeah, now oh, no, there's too many stories.
You mentioned your wife. How long you been married, man?
It was 30 years this past Tuesday.
30 years. Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What's the secret?
Compromise.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to say sorry. Don't go to bed angry at each other. How'd
you score such an amazing woman?
Oh, you're saying that wrong. Should be the opposite.
How did she score such an amazing man?
I don't know. I mean, you know her longer than me. When I saw her at school, because I moved there in 9th grade, I saw her early in high school, and I was like, wow, I want to talk to her, but apparently she had been talking to somebody else, so I left it alone. But I don't know. I mean, I found out one day she wanted to talk, so started writing notes. Remember writing notes? No texting, none of that.
Did you fold them like we did back in the day?
Oh, yeah, man. Wrote the notes to each other and passing them along. Then calling on the old landline phone.
Oh yeah, with the long extension.
Yeah, falling asleep. Yeah, and then we just we hit it off, and our first kiss was on the beach, and I was like, yeah, I was in.
Was this while you were wearing overalls with one strap down and they were spray painted?
That was a junior year, wasn't it? Sophomore, junior. Yeah, I still have those.
You do?
Yeah, Haley wore them one time.
Do you wear them to work sometimes?
No. I'd get in trouble. The government doesn't like that kind of stuff.
They don't like what did you have spray painted on them, man?
2 hands on the buttocks area. But the problem is it didn't look like you were kissing somebody and they had their hands on your butt. It looked like they were coming up from below you and put their hands on your butt.
So it was P. Diddy's hands on there.
Dude, it was terrible.
Was it P. Diddy's hands?
Oh my goodness. No. Heck no. P. Diddy's hands. Jeez. Throwing some jabs there, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, I'll send you a picture of them.
Oh, I remember them. Dude, I remember them like they were yesterday, man. They were awesome. And to see, I mean, Dale, how tall are you? 7'6"?
Yeah, right. 6'5". 6'6", dude. You'd be on my podcast.
What?
After I retired from the NBA.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of being 6'5"?
Everybody wants you to get something off the top shelf. And the advantages, the advantages are that my wife likes tall men. Disadvantages, it's a little bit harder to golf. You got to get, extended clubs, but there's disadvantages.
Where did you get your superhuman strength from? And do you realize that you have the strongest grip of all time?
I don't know. I was lazy in high school. I didn't lift weights. I hardly lifted and did anything. I don't know. I really don't know. I used to work on my uncle's farm in the summers.
Yeah.
In Castleberry, Alabama. But other than that, I don't know. Just genetics. I don't know.
So help me with this, Dale. This has been the argument of today. Greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron or Jordan?
Please. Come on, dude. Michael Jordan, all the way.
Why would that be?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. How many games did Michael Jordan miss in his whole career because he was tired or he had, didn't feel like playing that night or whatnot? The dude would play with the flu. And we all know that. That's one of the playoff games. I believe anytime he's went to the finals, he won every one of them, didn't he?
Yep.
I don't think LeBron has that stat. And to be honest with you, I would put Jordan and then Kobe, and then maybe LeBron.
Really?
Yeah, I just think Kobe was a better player too. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of biased because I'm not a huge fan of LeBron. So
now help me with this. You had the Jordan rookie, which we all were blown away by.
You always got to bring it up.
You had a Jordan rookie card, and all of us were like, "Oh my guys!" It was like the holy grail because I mean, how did it feel to be the rich kid in our group?
I wasn't rich. My dad was in the Air Force.
Dude,
we
you had a Miss Pac-Man machine in your house.
Yeah, we had. My dad bought that. You know why my dad bought that?
Why?
Because when we lived in Cocoa Beach, Florida, Patrick Air Force Base, my mom was at the youth center like every day playing Miss Pac-Man. So my dad was like, "Why don't I just buy the video game so you don't have to go up there all the time?" So we've had that since 1984 or 5.
Hey, there's no,
and they still have it, and it still works.
and that's why you're rich, dude. Like at that time, the only other person on the planet that had that was Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons.
Schroeder.
Hey, but you're not going to get away from this Jordan rookie thing. But I do want to go to your room too, because you were the rich kid, and this is how I knew. Number one, you had a Miss Pac-Man in your living room, and you also had a Alyssa Milano Teen Steam poster in your room. True, true or false?
No, it was there. Everything was Jordan, except and a couple Bo Jackson, and then Alyssa Milano. And Shauna hated it. But Shauna's room was covered in New Kids on the block. Yeah, so that was fun looking at every time I went in there.
Why'd you go in her room at that early age?
Well, that's where we hung out.
Okay. Her parents let you?
Yeah.
Her parents let you hang out, and because you guys met in 9th grade, they would let you in the room with the door shut or with the door open?
It started with the door open.
Okay.
But then, as you know, we had a kid at 19 years old, so the door eventually got shut.
You're not getting away from this Jordan rookie thing. What? Okay, so you have the Jordan rookie. This is an 85 Fleer, right? It's the holy grail of basketball cards.
Well, I think there's one better, but
which one?
I thought I saw it the other day, and it wasn't the Fleer. It went for like millions or something.
Okay. Did you sell this at an auction and then retire from the card?
No, back then the card was only worth like $500. And yeah, I was stupid. I'll just tell everybody that you're taking way too long to get to it. Sold the card for a paintball gun.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that
I still have.
You still have it?
Yeah, it's at my parents'.
Yes. Well, I mean that paintball gun has probably gone up in value, though.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's probably worth about $5 more than it used to be. But back to the overalls, I'm going to send them to you, and you're going to put them on your behind you.
Oh, yeah, I'll put them in the podcast room. I promise you, I'll hang them. Yeah,
I'll donate them to you.
Oh, I'm in, man. The overalls.
Yeah, no, it'll be a write-off.
Overalls from Dale. That would be amazing. But I'm going to turn them around so you can see P. Diddy's hands.
Oh no, you have to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to do that.
I will. Why people ask me this a lot of times, or they freak out on it, that we actually have friends that have lasted as long as you and I and Will and Rob and Dave and Andy and DeAndre and Alfred and Nate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, because we stick together. We make it a point as friends to do, 1, 2, 3 things a year together, so we don't fade away from each other. And we live all over the country, but we all find a way to get back together and make that happen. And that's just a bond that we all have together. And we always make it fun, And I mean, that's when I tell people all the time, yeah, I'm going to Vegas to hang out with my high school friends. They're like, what? How old are you? And I'm like, I'm 51. And they're like, geez, man, I mean, you're still hanging out with high school friends? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, they're my brothers. My kids call them uncles and aunts and vice versa. And whenever somebody's in need or whenever somebody, has something happen, everybody comes together and helps each other out because it's a family.
Where'd you learn that character? Like, where'd you learn the character and resilience that you have that we're all inspired by?
My mom, my parents have been, I'm not going to say it's a curse, and I'll get to that, but my parents have been together since my dad was 18 and my mom was 15.
Wow.
And they're still together today. And they had their 50th wedding anniversary a year or two ago.
Uh-huh.
Last year, actually. And so I saw that growing up. And I'll be honest, I hardly ever, if my parents ever argued, it wasn't around us. And I saw the love that they had for each other. And so I'm, when you, I found, when you find your person, your mate, soulmate, I just base it off my parents. And then my kids start dating people, and then the problem is that your kids start dating people, and then they're thinking, okay, I'm going to be with this person for the rest of my life. And then, like my parents, and then like my grandparents, and then there's breakup and stuff, and then they're devastated. So, but it's all life, life lessons, learned basically. But everything that I do in life, basically, is from my parents. I still call my father, like I'm getting promoted in my job. The first person I call is my dad and talk to him about it. Say, hey, I'm doing this. What are your thoughts? And he'll tell me his thoughts, and I'll take his advice. So, yeah, I lean on my parents a lot for many things, and they help a lot.
It's incredible. It's incredible to be able to see that unit and how you've been able to not only hear it, right, but I actually apply it and I didn't know that. I've known you for since I was in 8th, 9th grade. So what is that? 15 years old. And so we're talking 34 years. And I didn't know that aspect. I didn't realize that was a driving force.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents have always been a huge factor. And basically, looking up to them. And my dad has always given me advice, just like your father, just like your mother. But when we were young, we were like, yeah, whatever, But now I'm like, no, this dude knew what he was talking about.
What are some of the things that he told you earlier in life that you maybe didn't listen to, and then you had to go the kind of hard road, and then you turned around, you were like, damn, if I would listen to my pop and my mom, maybe the road
you
would
want to
have
know
been
what
tough.
one?
Yeah.
Wear a condom.
Oh, I love you, Dale.
But that was the best thing that's ever happened to us.
Yeah.
Our son is 31 years old.
Uh-huh.
He's just like my father, just smart. He's he works for the government as well, and he's actually going to be moving to Japan for the government.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a blessing. But that was one. And early on in life, my dad told me about retirement.
Uh-huh.
So I tried to get on top of that as quick as I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my parents are. I still ask for advice today, like I said earlier. That's two people I call is my dad, and then I'll call Sean and say, hey, this is gonna happen, and talk about it.
What does Shauna not hear enough from you?
Yes. I always tell her no. No. I don't think, I don't really know. I mean, that's a tough one because we never get off the phone without saying, I love you. We never leave work without saying, I love you. We never come home. And when we see each other, we give each other a kiss and say, I love you. So she hears that all the time. That's actually one of a tough question because she don't really complain a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe more. We could probably get more date nights in, stuff like that. But pretty busy. Both of us.
How would you explain if you had to explain our friend group, right? And you had to do it individually. So it was starting off with Will, and you had to explain it to a person who didn't know him, had no idea. How would you explain him, and then run down the line of our buddies?
Oh man, dude, killing me. Will, Will, I don't know. Dude, you're stumping me here, man. Will, Macho Man comes to mind. Once he gets free, he gets he lets loose, becomes turns into a pumpkin. You want me to go down the line of 15 people?
How would you explain Rob?
Rob?
Yep.
I would explain Rob that he looks like, or basically, what's his name? It's always in Ohio.
Always in what?
His name's Rob too.
Rob Schneider?
Yeah, I would say if you want to know what Rob looks like, just look at a picture of Rob Schneider.
Okay, what would Will look like? So give me the likeness of him.
Oh, dude, what's that guy's? Well, okay, perfect. Will, if you want to know what Will looks like, go look up a Ninja Turtle.
Rob is Rob Schneider. DeAndre?
DeAndre? Come on, he's Dudley, man.
Okay. Andy?
Lurch.
Alfred?
Oh, no. Alfred. Dude,
Nate?
I don't want to. Nate. Oh, dude. Nate basically should be on a model runway somewhere.
Dave?
Dave, the biggest smartass on the planet. How many times do you want to wring Dave's neck in high school? I still think he likes my wife.
Does your wife know this?
Oh, she definitely knows it.
She does?
We always. Anytime you guys are around her, you guys make it a point to tell her.
How does she react when we're not there and we make the joke? How does Shauna react to us saying that Dave is in love with her?
When she's not, she just gives a smirk, like you guys are crazy.
Does she look at you and say like, I still got it?
That she does?
Yeah, that she's still got it. That she's got game. You know what I'm saying?
She does, but she won't tell you.
She just got.
She's not.
She's got stealth game.
you've known Shauna. She's very quiet, not a very humble person.
Not a very humble person, or a humble person?
No, she's a very humble person.
Okay. I thought you were trying to, bust your wife out there, because you were about to.
No.
When you got off the
Shauna's
phone, then you were going to get in trouble.
That's why her and I are so compatible, because we're complete opposite.
Hey, how do you regulate on your woman? Teach us the lesson.
I don't. What's the matter with you? Look, are you trying to get somebody in trouble? Hey, man.
I was just trying to get some insight, man. I mean, because
I let her. She asks me, "Hey, can I go do this?" And I'm like, "You don't have to ask me. You can tell me I'm going to do this, and I'll say okay." She can do whatever she wants. That's a loaded question, man.
What is your favorite Nate story of all time?
Oh my God, Nate. The time we were in San Diego, and some of us didn't ride our bikes back, and some person took one of the bikes, and he rode the bike because he wanted his bike back, and he rode the bike back, and that other person rode, I forget whose bike it was, because I left mine chained up downtown. Remember, we had to pick it up the next day, and that person I don't know what they hit, but they hit a curb or something and just completely obliterated their face. And Nate came rolling up with them, and it looked like they just slid on asphalt for like an hour, and he didn't know what to do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That was a great one. I tell you, we had a phenomenal time. We missed you this last, it was a couple weeks ago. And so please don't miss the next one.
Right? No. We gotta get that back on the charts.
I really want to do a bike weekend in Lompoc.
Well, that's a 5-minute ride.
I know, but I mean, just like us riding our bikes to, in Lompoc. I think it would just be a lot of fun.
We're gonna look like the movie Grown Ups.
Which one are you gonna be?
Hey, it ain't Kevin James. I'll be the one I'll be from the second one.
Okay.
The wrestler. It was in the second movie.
The wrestler. Oh yeah.
But if you look at that movie, if you look at Grown Ups, the movie, and you know how they all meet at the church for the funeral?
Yeah.
And they're all bagging on each other? That's us.
Yeah.
That movie is really us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How
it's kind of crazy.
How about the sarcasm, with each other and bagging on each other and things like that, where
you gotta have thick skin. You gotta have thick skin. Like, look, my hair is not the luscious locks it used to be. But when I got robbed, who doesn't have one tiny hair on his head, bagging me because I'm losing my hair a little bit, I'm like, dude, you haven't had hair since 5th grade. At least I had a good run.
Yeah, nothing's off limits with our crew.
Oh no! How many new people tried to come in and they're like, "No, we can't do it."
You remember the roast?
Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Talk about just freezing.
Oh, that was awesome. We should do another one.
Stuff, man.
I now know why women won't do roast, because they won't be friends anymore.
Oh. And the problem is there's kids around on your roast.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I'm glad that we didn't video it.
You probably did. That was 11 years ago? Well, that was your 40th, wasn't it?
40th, yeah. So it was 9 years ago. So I'm coming up next year on the 50, the big 5-0, man.
I remember that. I remember that party because we all stayed in that hotel.
Yeah.
And and Andy, he got me. That was a fancy hotel.
Yeah.
And Andy got me a rate. He called him and told him that I was interviewing for Jenny Craig. And he got me a good rate.
Always got some sort of hustle.
Oh, and then we're sitting there in the hotel after your party, and I'm like, man, I need some Jack in the Box tacos. I said I could eat 60, and he goes, challenge. And so we went up, and we couldn't get a ride. So the bellhop said, I'll take you guys. I was like, okay, cool. I said, I'll be right back. And I went back to the room and went to bed. And then he went and bought a bunch of tacos.
And then he called his credit card company and had the charge reversed.
Who's going to order 60 tacos? Come on. Then he came the next morning and dumped them all on my bed.
Oh, man. Andy is classic, dude.
Oh, dude. He is classic.
He's awesome.
But, like, he's one of the truest guys, friends.
Oh, yeah.
That guy will be there in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, after what happened, I called him. He flew from Michigan to Lompoc that night.
Yep.
Yeah, all of you guys, I mean, we're closer. You know, we're only 4 hours away. But yeah, no, that dude is he's class A, man.
Oh, he's an incredible guy. What's a message that you want to send out to all of our buddies?
Well, I'll tell, not to everybody, but for Will to stop texting at like 11, 12 o'clock at night. That guy. Texting me, asking me to send a family photo so you could paint. Like, dude, can't this wait till the morning?
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's awesome because it just continues on later and later and later too.
Oh, I know. I just wake up and I have a wall of text, and I'm like, first off, man, I ain't reading all this. Just get to the meat and potatoes, man.
Has he done the family portrait for you?
No, and I'm kind of afraid.
Why are you afraid?
Because I saw yours. I'll hang it up in the garage, but I'll hang it up.
There we go. What's the message to all the rest of the buddies? Besides, Will, just don't text late.
We should probably start getting together a little bit more than once. Well, I mean, we've been doing what, once a year?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know. Because everybody's, you know, I can't say like, you know, I really, man, you're the motivational guy, not me. I don't know what to say.
I'm not saying the motivation, just anything that you want to say to him. You already told Will not to text you late.
Yeah. Yeah, good. You're killing me.
All right.
I'm kind of stumped.
All right. What do you want to tell Nate? What do you want to tell Nate? Stop buying cars. Stop buying cars and golf carts.
Yeah. Yeah. He just bought another golf cart. No, they have two now. Because I've been over at his house ripping down walls and cabinets and stuff.
Yeah.
And Paula was looking at a golf cart when I was there. And she was looking at a golf cart, and I knew the guy, so I texted him and negotiated for her. But they ended up going and getting another golf cart. But yeah, they've got some cars.
There we go. Golf carts and cars. They're trying to get to that rich status that you were at in high school with a Pac-Man machine
God.
and
Guys have
with a Pac-Man machine, Jordans, and Alyssa Milano Teen Steam poster in the room.
Yeah.
That's when you know that you've made it.
My dad was in the Air Force.
He was an officer.
Yeah. He started out enlisted and then became an officer.
You were rich. You got your car painted. You were rich.
My who painted?
Your car, your truck. I went with you.
No, I paid for that with my $500. I got a $500. I got a $500 student credit card, and that card was maxed out in one day. With painting the car, and then getting the LeBaron car that you and I drove from Oxnard to Lompoc. We didn't understand the whole mileage thing.
It was 100 miles. It was 100 miles back to Lompoc, and you had 100 miles to use on the car.
And then we went and went on the dips.
Yep. That car was awesome. Peeling out a lot in the rental.
It whistled.
That's how we do it.
I think it had a little turbo in it.
That was a gangster car, man.
The best dips is the Dave story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, never mind. He won't be able to tell that story because he don't remember.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. And if he told his parents the story, how would it go?
Oh, we'd be in trouble. You and I would get in trouble.
Yeah.
Dave never did anything. Oh, how would it go? It would go that, basically that he fell asleep and we did that to him. Not that he was completely hammered off of jungle juice out of a bathtub.
Oh my gosh, man. I freaking love you, dude. I love you. I'm going to let you get back to your day because I know you got to golf here soon and handle people. Are you going to be golfing with Dale? Are you going to be golfing with Nate?
No, I did last year in this tournament, but this year I'm golfing with he runs the golf course, the country club up there. Okay. I'll be golfing with him, and then another guy that I know, and the other guy I don't know who he is, but yeah, we're gonna be golfing today.
That's awesome, man.
Hopefully I can contribute to the team.
Are you flexing on us again, going to the country club? Because are you telling us that you have just continued on just being rich?
I'm not a member. Nate is. Okay. Nate's a member.
There we go.
Yeah. Nate's a member. And I'm sure if Rob lived here, he'd be a member. Yeah. Yep. Talk about rich. I don't own a home in Utah. You probably have another home in Montecito or something we don't know about either.
You're so funny, man. I love you, dude. I love you. And dude, thank you so much for answering the phone. As we go though, can you tell us why you didn't answer the phone at the first place?
Because I'm either doing something or I don't have my phone next to me.
No, I'm saying today.
Oh, I was dropping a Kelly.
Dude, I love you so much, man. Hey, enjoy the Saturday. Hey, and I want you to know that you are, and I tell you this all the time, you are McKenna's favorite uncle. She loves you more than anything. She always wants to see Uncle Dale, and Uncle Dale hung the moon in her eyes.
Yeah, well, she knows what's up. Yeah. You guys should come up here.
Yeah.
And hang out. Actually, Haley, Haley and her boyfriend we let Haley's friend live here for a little bit to help her out.
Mm-hmm.
And she's moving out because Haley and her boyfriend want to move in to the guest room, and then Haley's room is going to be the nursery when
That's awesome.
Haley's she's due late October.
That's so cool. You're going to be a granddaddy.
Yep, we're looking forward to it.
That's
Shauna,
so cool.
my parents, everybody was this Haley put up a registry for the baby, and I think between his grandmother and my mom, I think they bought the whole friggin' store. There's so many friggin' packages at the house, man. Now they're infiltrating my garage, but because I like to go in there and work. I got a 65-inch TV in there that I watch sports out there sometimes. We hang out, and all this stuff's starting to come into my garage.
That's when you got to regulate, man.
Yeah, but I'll have my mom, I'll have Haley, I'll have Shauna, I'll have my mother-in-law, I'll get punked, so that ain't happening. They're garaging out, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go take the shed, and then they'll figure they want that too.
Oh, I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
You're incredible. Tell Nate I said hello. Tell Shauna I said hello. Tell Haley I love her. And you're the man, buddy.
Thank you. You're the man. I'll tell Nate here in a minute.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, and I want you to know, seriously, the example that you are to all of us, the example of a husband, as a father, as a friend. We are just, when I say we, I'm going to just speak personally. I've never seen a better husband. I've never seen a better father. I've never seen a better friend. And so I just want to tell you how much I love you, man.
Look in the mirror, buddy, because you're the exact same guy.
Wow.
We all look at each other, and I think we all take pieces of each other and implement it, and that's how we're all successful.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I love you.
All right. Love you too, bud.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
All
right, bud. Bye-bye. This has been another episode. It's amazing of You Have to Meet My Friends. And that's one of my greatest friends since I was in eighth grade, I believe, is when we met. And just a phenomenal example of a human being. And 30 years of marriage, and I had no idea. I learned some things about Dale myself, which is amazing. We'll continue to do the episodes. You continue to watch, share with your friends, family. Make sure you comment. Check us out July 23rd, which is coming up soon. It's going to be in Salt Lake City at the Edison House. It's the Vibe Room. And the Vibe Room is a live version of the podcast. Thank you, Justin Williams. Thank you, Kevin Borland. Thank you, Patrick Packer, for being our alliance partners in that. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you. We're going to have a special musical guest. Hopefully you'll be able to meet my Uncle Sam, my cousin Jeremy, and hopefully all of my friends will show up to one of them at some point. So this has been, again, another episode of You Have to Meet My Friends, where I call my friends randomly, and they have no idea, but they're on the podcast live. My name is Kelly Cardenas, and I'm officially off the hot seat. Peace, love, and soul.
Nothing more on my mind. I got to shine, so every day I grind. Work in the morning, work in the evening. We's achieving, cause we believing. It's for certain, we put the work in. We ain't stopped just because it's hurting. Right before your eyes, so it's coming to no surprise. The takeover is televised. Over and over again. Make